telling you all, there's no place like Chicago.
All right, guys, the moment that we've all been waiting for. It's a beautiful day outside. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! We want to take this time to welcome you to the Wendell Phillips High School.
When you look at those guys still being celebrated almost 100 years, that means their careers exploded. These guys over here, their careers have exploded.
So young people, when you decide what you want to be in your career, in your life, make sure that it's something that gets you excited, something that motivates you, something that inspires you every single day, young and old.
The truth will always get through, so continue to stand on truth, continue to make a difference, and I'm telling you all, there's no place like Chicago.
Thank you, Alderman Giles. Thank you, Alderman David Moore.
All right, guys, the moment that we've all been waiting for. It's a beautiful day outside. Phillips, I gotta give a shout out to my babies. Where my students at? Where my students at? Love you guys, all my athletes, cheer team, drumline, and my Phillips alumni. Let's give it up for the alumni, guys. If we can matriculate on over all cameras and audio visual, and then after we pull the sign, we will celebrate. We have our streets blocked off. You are free to roam, eat, have a good time, take your pictures. So after the unveiling, we will celebrate. Thank you so much. All right, let's do a countdown. 3, 2, 1. Yeah! Beautiful, beautiful.
Before we do that, I want to recognize and ask you guys to stand up. Princeton County and the Phillips Wildcat family. So your Phillips Wildcat, could you please stand? Oh, we can do better than that. This is why we're here. So I'm a native of this community, and so as I walked in, I was walking down the street, it's kind of like a wow moment. So young people, please remember this moment. I'd like to also recognize Alderman David Moore. Would you please stand up? Alderman Wendell. I'm not sure who's here from the city of Chicago, but we'd like to thank him for this naming event, street naming event. David Ali was around there somewhere. Miss Ruth, I'd like to recognize George Daniels, how you doing, Mr. Daniels? And most importantly, the Berkeley family, if you will stand, please.
I would be remiss if we didn't acknowledge Illinois Supreme Court Justice T. Scott Wendell.
And most importantly, I would like everyone to stand on their feet and let's give a round of applause to the Harlem Globetrotters. So over here, a woman is not they need to hear us like in Harlem from Bronzeville. Let's acknowledge the Harlem Globetrotters. Y'all really All right, so they had to use the program, so very briefly, like to acknowledge Brother Antonio Davis. He was an Indiana Pacers great, so they down in the Bulls years to thank him. And so, very briefly, young people, when you watch C-SPAN and you see congressional leaders on the House of Representatives floor, there's always an entry to the congressional record. So I'm going to read the first paragraph and the first sentence of this record, and then Congressman Jackson at some point will introduce into the Library of Congress. And it reads, Mr. Speaker, I rise today to honor the upcoming 100th anniversary of a beloved institution, the Harlem Globetrotters. Their centennial will be in 2026 and will mark 100 years of entertaining and inspiring audience around the world. The Harlem Globetrotters were founded in Chicago, Illinois in 1926 by Abe Saperstein at the magnificent Wendell Phillips High School. That belongs to history, the Library of Congress. On behalf of Congressman Jackson, we want to say thank you and congratulations.
Let me just start by saying, thank you, God, we got it done. I want to thank all of you guys for coming out. I want to thank all of you guys for participating in this event. It's been a journey. 99 years. 99 years. I want you guys to think about that. 99 years. We have an institution, Harlem Globetrotters, that has been in existence, built on the talents of 8 guys that came from this school. And for the most part, none of us even knew it. I want you to imagine something. I want you to go back, those of us who are already out of high school, and you guys that are in high school. I want you to think about the day that you were informed that you have to take a class picture, right? Get ready to take the class picture. And the preparation that you put into getting that class picture the way that you want it, because you know it's going to last forever. And that is a picture that's going to define how you look for the 40 years you were in high school. So you put a lot into that, right? Because you wanted to be perfect. And those of us who grew up in my age, the day before, the preparation was a lot. You get up, the day before, you might even get your afro together because you know you're going to take this picture. You get your clothes together, you're going to take this picture. And imagine when you get that vehicle, after all that preparation, the parents put all that they put into it, the money they spent to have a nice picture. You open up the yearbook and you're not there.
Wow.
Now imagine that. Because that's the only scenario that I can come up with. I can break my brain trying to see how can I make these people understand the significance of 99 years and you're not even here. So I'm saying that to say that today, 99 years, today, we're all going to make sure that we don't hijack this event and take the focus off the 8 guys. That is my mission. I'm not a historian. I'm not someone that, I hope I wasn't thinking I was going to come up here and go talk about the history of Harlem and all that. No, we got 8 guys that we're dedicating this day to, and we will not deviate from that. It's 99 years long enough. That's a long time. We're going to reclaim these guys because these guys are from Chicago. These guys are from Bronzeville. These guys are from Illinois. They're 39. I don't care how you cut the date. These guys are 39. So we're going to give them their day. That's all I have to say. And I want to bring to the program. We'll have another program further down the street when we are there. We'll make some more announcements once we get outside.
Good afternoon. Normally, my mother would be the one standing here today She was the storyteller of our family, the keeper of memories, and the one who carried this history in her heart. And I know how proud she would be at this moment. Though she's no longer with us and is here only in spirit, today you get me, and it is one of my greatest honors of my life to be standing in her place and her memory to share this story with all of you. What an extraordinary moment it is, right here at Wendell Phillips High School, as we rename the street in front of this iconic institution to Harlem Globetrotters Way. This is more than just a new name. It's a tribute, a story carved into the streets of Chicago, a permanent reminder of something incredible that began right here, within these walls of this very school. Nearly a century ago, 5 young African-American men from Wendell Phillips, full of talent, drive, and determination, came together with a 5'3" Jewish man from Chicago, my grandfather, Abe Saperstein. In a time when opportunities for Black athletes were painfully limited and anti-Semitism kept many doors closed for Jews, they formed a partnership grounded in mutual respect, shared struggles, and the love for the game. Together they created the team that would become the Harlem Globetrotters. Their journey began with barnstorming across the Midwest, playing tiny gyms, church basements, and even emptied-out swimming pools. They faced racism, closed doors, and long nights on the road. But with every game, they built something greater, a legacy of brilliance, of unity, and of joy. It wasn't until years later that the Globetrotters would begin touring the world, eventually performing on 6 continents, playing in front of popes, kings, queens, presidents, and millions of fans. That international reach grew over time, but its heart, its soul, was always right here. With those original 6 visionaries, this story isn't about basketball. It's about courage. It's about breaking color barriers long before the NBA would integrate. It's about rewriting the rules of who gets to be seen, who gets to be inspired, and who gets to lead. In 1971, my grandfather was inducted into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. The Globetrotters followed in 2002. And now, today, history comes full circle as we honor them right where it all began. Harlem Globetrotters Way is more than just a name, it's a beacon. It tells every student who walks into this school, your story matters. Your dreams are valid, and your roots are powerful. To the students of Wendell Phillips High School, greatness started here, on this block, in these classrooms. It's part of your legacy. Let it remind you of what you are capable of. The Globetrotters once stood where you stand, young, hopeful, and just wanted to play the game they love. And to everyone who made this renaming possible, thank you. You made sure that the story isn't just remembered, it's celebrated and passed forward. So as we unveil this street sign today, we don't just honor the past, we light the way to the future. A future filled with pride, resilience, and possibilities. And every time the Globetrotters step onto the court, or every time someone looks up at that street sign, my grandfather's name, the original 5, and the story they built together lives on. Thank you so much.
I want to acknowledge family members of those guys that were original Harlem Globetrotters that came from here. I'd like them to just come up and announce.
Good afternoon. My name is Andrea Smith, and this is my daughter, Ariana Smith, and I am the granddaughter, and she is the great-granddaughter of Al Runt Phillips. All right. Harlem Globetrotters, and not just a wonderful, iconic basketball player, but also to you students, he was a scholar. He believed in education, and yes. And I just wanted to impart that to you today. So thank you so much, Wendell Phillips, for honoring him. He is a part of the Hall of Fame class of 2022. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dana London, and this is my daughter, Angelica. And I am here on behalf of my grandfather, Byron Long. All right. He built a legacy. It's an amazing thing. I've had an opportunity to build my own sports organization in his honor, having the opportunity to work with some of the wonderful players here today. And just thank you, Wendell Phillips. And thank you, David, for getting this thing going. And so, enjoy the day.
Good afternoon, and I am the niece. I'm Denise, but I am the niece of William Kidd Oliver. Wow. Yes, I'm also alumni of Phillips High School as well. Thank you.
And because we're running on short time, let me introduce to you David Names, former Harlem Globetrotters. David.
How's everybody doing? Is this fantastic or what? So we have a treat. So we have a number of Globetrotters, former Globetrotters here today, and we all stand on the shoulders of what happened here at Wendell Phillips. So I would like to introduce you to them. First, we have Bobby Zero Hunter. Bobby is a former Harlem Globetrotter. He attended Tennessee State University. He played alongside legends like Meadowlark Lemon, Curly Neal, and Wilt Chamberlain. He was named one of the 50 players in the New York City Rocket Pro League, and he is a member of multiple Halls of Fame. He is a founder of Empowerment Through Recreation and Art Against Violence. He is also active in programs supporting the homeless and unemployed. He's now based in Florida, where he continues to do community service and volunteer work, and also he's a motivational speaker. Let us give a big welcome to Bobby Hunter.
Good afternoon. I'm very glad to be at this school. Edmund Jackson was my mentor. He did so much for me, it was really great. I was happy to be with the Harlem Globetrotters because I got to tell our story throughout the community. I got to educate young kids on Black history. So I'm very happy to be here today to help us celebrate. And what I do at a basketball clinic is I give out a speed award for the first person that gets the ball. And after, if someone says thank you, I give them $50. Thank you.
The next former Trotter is Curly Boo Johnson. Curly was born here in Chicago. He played for the Trotters from 1988 to 2006. One of the best dribblers the Trotters have ever had. He also operates the CBJ Productions, and he's the owner of Skills for Life Basketball Academy camps. And he currently lives in Scottsdale, Arizona. So he came all the way from Scottsdale, Arizona to attend today. Let us give a big welcome for Charles from Curly Boo Johnson.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Curly Boo Johnson. Some people have been calling me Curly with hair. Everybody knows there was a famous Harlem Globetrotter named Fred Curly Neal who played from 62 to 85. I joined in 88, and I stayed 18 years, and I went to 94 countries. And like Dave and both Dave said, standing on hollow ground today, standing on the shoulders of giants. When I first joined the team, I tried to learn as much as I could about them. So I knew about Rump Pullins. I knew about William Kidd Oliver. I knew about Toots Wright Inman Jackson, Abe Saperson. I knew about all the great guys that came first before I did. But that being said, it meant more to me because I was born in St. Bernard Hospital, right up the road. Yep, 1965. I'm 60 years old, and I just recently stopped lying about that. But also important to me, my grandmother graduated from Wendell Phillips. So this is a special day for me. I'm happy that I was able to be here. I live in Arizona, but my heart is in Illinois. My heart is in Chicago. Thank you very much.
Next, we have Charles Chew Smith. Charles is a former Harlem Globetrotter, humanitarian, and community leader from West Baltimore, Maryland. He's a graduate of City College High School and the University of the District of Columbia. He excelled at basketball, becoming UDC's all-time leader in steals and assists, and later joining the Globetrotters for his standout dribbling. After retiring, Chew founded Chew Smith Youth Empowerment, Inc., promoting his 4L philosophy. Love it, learn it, live it, and lead it. He's led impactful initiatives like his summer basketball camp and the $150 million community varsity project aimed at empowering youth. He's currently serving as the National Basketball Retired Players Association chairperson of the board of directors. He has received multiple humanitarian awards and remains devoted to uplifting his community and family. Let's give a big welcome to Charles Chew Smith.
Wow, isn't this the best moment ever? Yes. I just want to, my thing is about, celebrating others and giving back. And I just want to first off say thank you to Wendell Phillips. Thank you all for the legacy of your grandfather. Appreciate you. Dave.
Yeah.
What can you say? Dave, you giving us our flowers while we're here? We just thank you because we know it takes a lot to put something like this together. And all the fellows just love you for that. Miss Susan, thank you for coordinating and doing all the work that you've done as well. Dave, for bringing us all together. Thank you. Curly Bull, paving the way, Sugar Bear, myself, and her, and Bobby. Thank you for setting the stage and laying the foundation for us all because you love us so much. I'd be remiss if I didn't celebrate our good friend, president of Retired Players, who came out to celebrate us, NBA legend Antonio Davis. I leave y'all with this, young people. This is really about you all. And I always understood that somebody was doing something before I was even thought of it. And when you can have that selfless understanding, then you know what you're fighting for, you know what you're working towards. It's so important to celebrate people and give of yourself without looking for recognition. Please understand that's what these Globetrotters have done for all of us. We're not here because of the people that paved the way for us. So we thank you all once again. We love you all.
Next is Bruce Sugar Bear Capers. He's a former Harlem Globetrotter, known for his sharp shooting, ball handling, and leadership on and off the court. After his playing days, he served as Director of Marketing and Sponsorship for the Globetrotters Midwest and Southeast regions. A championship-winning college athlete, Capers holds a BS from Valdosta State University and a Master's in Education from Berry College. Over a 25-year coaching career, he helped over 150 student athletes advance in professional and collegiate levels. Now an associate professor at Gordon State College, he also leads Capers Enterprise, overseeing public speaking camps, health, and wellness programs. Let us give a big welcome to Bruce Sugar Bear Capers.
Hello, young people. Hello, young people. Gotta get crunk in here today. This is is history in the making. And I sat here as an educator myself. What could I say to these young people to leave them with a lasting message that they could use in their life? And I thought about these 8 young men who established this ground and this platform, keyword platform, for us to go out and do some incredible things. So what has happened is, when you look at those guys still being celebrated almost 100 years, that means their careers exploded. These guys over here, their careers have exploded. And your career will explode because it's gonna go boom! So I'm gonna tell you, you're gonna say, why boom? B-O-O-M. The B, you gotta believe in yourself. That's what those 8 men did. They believed in themselves. The O, you gotta overcome some adversity because nothing comes easy. The other O, you gotta offer support and help to others to do it together. And the last thing, you gotta maintain focus. You gotta maintain focus, young people, and stop falling for all that bullshit the world is trying to sell you out there. So today, some people call me Professor Capers, some people call me Sugar Bear, some people call me a lot of other names too. But today, I leave you as the boom man. And I want you to be the boom you people.
Next, we have Flight Time Lane. He's a former 18-year Harlem Globetrotter, 3-time Amazing Race contestant. He's a TED Talk speaker. He's an author and global ambassador with over 20 years of experience entertaining and inspiring millions in nearby countries. With over 20 years of experience entertaining and inspiring millions in 90 countries, he now travels the world spreading messages of hope, connection, and power of using your gifts. Whether he is spinning a basketball or delivering a keynote, Flight Time brings energy, joy, and purpose to every stage. Let us give a big welcome to Flight Time Lane.
Thank you, Dave. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, it's a pleasure to be here. As Dave mentioned, I had an opportunity to play for 18 years with the Harlem Globetrotters. And during those 18 years, I had a chance to travel to nearly 90 different countries around the world. And I'm just a young man from Brinkley, Arkansas, a small town of about 2,000 people. And right now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to give thanks to Wendell Phillips High School for giving those guys 99 years ago the opportunity to play the game of basketball. I would also like to thank the families of those here who represent those guys who hang on that wall outside. I'd also like to give thanks to Curly Boo Johnson, Sugar Bear, all these guys, Dave Naves, who paved the way for me. You see, if it weren't for these guys paving the way, I wouldn't have had the opportunities that I've had. And now, for me, it's about the give back. When I go speak to schools or businesses, I talk about the importance of looking at yourself as a key. We are all a key. We're our unique objects that are able to open up doors, start engines. And when I talk about keys, that key is for keeping, maintaining possession of. No matter what age you get, don't forget about your dreams. Sometimes we get caught up in a certain job and we feel like we've accomplished everything, and then that job is taken away from us, and we have to reflect, what else did I dream about? So that happened to me. I played for 18, 20 years. When I retired, I had to figure out what's next, what else did I dream about? And I dreamed about being able to get in front of young people, old people, and make an impact. The E in key is for excitement. That's having something to look forward to. So young people, when you decide what you want to be in your career, in your life, make sure that it's something that gets you excited, something that motivates you, something that inspires you every single day, young and old. And the why, you are responsible for your own actions. We got to stop blaming other people for things that are happening to us. Even as adults, we do this. We blame our parents that aren't even here for the way that we are. So young people, I want to encourage you now to be responsible for your own actions. Be responsible for who you get to be in this world. And then that leaves us with success, which complete the keys. For me, when I was a young person, success was about how much money can I make? How many TV shows can I be on? I did pretty good. But right now, as I've been retired for 8 years, success for me is about the amount of people I get to impact for the rest of the time that I have on this earth. And every time that I go to a school, I usually get messages from young people telling me about the message that I shared. And for me, that is just as successful as any 99 years or 25 years that I played with the Globetrotters. But I like to say right now, those guys who paved the way 99 years ago, they're here today. They're just here in a different form. And their legacy will live forever. So thank you guys so much for the opportunity.
Ernie Jones is a former Tennessee State University alum and 3-time NAIA champion, recognized by the Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, that Tennessee State team. Ernie toured globally with the Harlem Globetrotters in the 1960s, alongside legends like Meadowlark Lemon and Sweetwater Clifton. A lifelong athlete, he played senior basketball until age 70 and remains one of the few living Globetrotters aged 87 and older. Stand up, man.
Thanks a lot. Speaking is not one of my strong points, but I would like to say that coming from rural Mississippi at a high school with very, very few town candidates, most of you have not heard of, been going on to Tennessee State. It was very enjoyable, very blessed, and later joining the Globetrotters to go all over the world and play basketball with them, as you mentioned, like the Sweetwater Clifton and Meadowlark Lemon and others. It was a blessing of the Lord to be able to do that, and entertaining young is done his own. And I'd just like to thank Wendell Phillips and those that are responsible for putting this together. And I think it's a blessing that you all recognize.
So that's it. So what we'd like to do now, and again, I'm Dave Nays. I went to Lindblom, but my father graduated from Wendell Phillips High School, and I went to Forestville Elementary. So with that, we would like to do a few things for you, and let's get this circle going. We got the music. Oh, set the music. Go ahead, girl.
Esteemed guests, our alumni, our dignitaries, our staff, and our students, we want to take this time to welcome you to the Wendell Phillips High School. A lot of people will have a lot of things to say, but before we get started, I'm gonna wait till y'all finish. I'm a principal and a teacher at heart. I'm gonna just wait because this is a really historic, momentous occasion, and I want us to honor that. We will have an opportunity later to engage with folks, but I want to make sure that we give this opportunity and time for legacy in this space. My name is Rashad Talley. I'm the proud principal of Wendell Phillips High School, and I want to officially welcome you to our event, our street renaming for the Harlem Globetrotters. Let's give it a hand. I see so many familiar faces. I want to thank everyone. I don't want to start calling names because I will mess it up, but I want to thank you for being here today. We prayed for good weather so we could be outside, and God gave it to us. I also want to thank the committee for putting this together. Late night phone calls when I should be with my own children, but it was well worth the journey and well worth the effort.